Even today, the lasting image in my mind is of her standing over a slumped body. The blank expression on her face is in stark contrast to the rushing pool of blood that now reddens her once all-white Air Force Ones. The air is extra quiet now. Just moments after the loudest noise I ever heard, it was like bang, bang, bang. I remember the first time I heard a noise like that, my daddy said, "Boy, you better duck down. You don't know where that noise is coming from." Well, Jesse's not my real daddy, but he's been here since I was 6 and now I'm 9. So I waited. I waited for what seemed to be an eternity before I went to the kitchen to find out what happened. As I entered the room, I felt something warm against the soles of my bare feet. And I looked down and I realized it was blood. It was then that I began to figure out what had just happened. The sounds of that night still echo in my mind. "Nigga, you ain't nothing but a bitch," Mama called Daddy. "Well, I'll show you a..." Daddy slapped Mama. Bang! Mama shot Daddy. Bang! Daddy hit the floor. Bang! Mama shot Daddy once more. I was looking. I was scared and confused. Mama shot Daddy and he isn't moving. Mama looked as if she didn't even know what had happened. "Why, Mama?" Just then she turned, and I could see the fist-sized bruise over her swollen left cheek. I heard them fighting. They were always fighting. And then Mama would call Daddy a name, and Daddy would slap her, and she would cry and leave the room. That happened a lot of times. And then Jesse would come back with some lame-ass flowers and an even lamer apology, and she would always take him back. "He said he wouldn't do it again," she'd say. That's what she'd say. Mama begins to figure out what has just happened. She walks over to the kitchen table and sits down, placing the gun just inches in front of her. She spoke for the first time. "I told that nigga not to hit me again." As I sit there in disbelief, she begins to truly realize what has just happened. She says, I didn't mean to kill him. Baby, it has nothing to do with you." But just as her words ended, I hear a bang, bang, bang at the door. "Police, open up!" They kicked in the door. That was the last time I ever saw my mama. They say, if you don't know your history, you were doomed to repeat it. Now I know that's true. I didn't know my mother dropped out of high school when she got pregnant at 16. I didn't know my grandfather beat my grandmother for so long that she no longer thought it was a problem. I didn't know that even though my mother never laid a hand on my father, that her words could damage him to the point of no return. Bang, bang, bang. I didn't know the sounds that I hear in my voice, in my dreams every night were my situation from then to now. A legacy of abuse, emotional, sexual, physical, and violence. But now I know, and I choose to break the cycle.